Hello, and welcome to Bonus Action here. I can hear myself. That's really weird. Hello, welcome to Bonus Action Heroes. Tonight we are playing Out of the Abyss with our intrepid party delving into the tunnels beneath Gracklstug. But first, I think Veronica has a little bit of an announcement.
I don't really know how to announce it other than, hey, here's something that we made and we're really proud of. And do you want me to talk about who was involved after or now?
Yeah, go for it now.
Now? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what we're about to play is the Bonus Action Heroes theme tune, which I wrote and performed, which is
Right, the theme tune. Sing the theme tune.
crazy. But yeah, it was just a little tune in my head, and then Matt went, "No, this can be more." So thank you, Matt. And did stuff with it on Logic and made it something that I wouldn't be embarrassed to send on to be
Film musicians.
professionally produced. Yeah. So it's been produced by Montauk Adamson, who are a South London remix duo, who are really cool. And then there's some additional guitar by Ross Stewart. And whilst I'm here plugging Montauk Adamson, you can find them on Spotify and Insta. And the guy, the half of the duo that I personally know is also in another band called San Mara, who have just dropped their first single on Spotify called Soul Giver, and it's actually really fucking good. It is such a vibe. Go listen to them. So that's Montauk Adamson and San Mara, and here is the theme tune. From water deep to Icewind Dale, unlikely friends fight tooth and scale. A little faith, a lot of rage to bring the summer back again. Now roll the dice, see how they fall. Don't waste your action. Bonus action heroes. Tortured and trapped within the mist, hunted by horrors from out the abyss. We've seen friends fall, but must endure, survive to see the sun once more. Now roll the dice, see how they fall. Don't waste your action. Bonus action heroes.
There we go.
Got to say that Matt made a lovely lyric video using Midjourney, so thank you, Matt.
I think it's really awesome. I can't believe that Veronica just created that out of her head, lyrics, music, everything. So thanks, Veronica. It's amazing.
Maybe a bit emotional.
Yeah, it's cracking. It's really cracking. It's got so many references to all of the games. It's just brilliant. Yeah, and some weird art from Midjourney AI just to finish it off, really. Right. So, we left off deep in the tunnels beneath Gracklstug with the party, wandering around, desperately trying to find evidence of some kind of criminal conspiracy. One, to save the life of Drodin, who is due to be in front of Dragonfire probably within the next 36 hours, as time would have it, for killing a Darrow. Not only killing a Darrow, but pretty much killing them in Overland Hold, which is where the militia are based. Although he might argue that someone else killed that person, but we'll see. They've wandered through, they've came across quite a bit of resistance from Dwergar, and after trying to talk their way past some rather oblivious Darrow, they ended up in a pitched battle with a number of cave bears and a number of Darrow, and that's where we left off. A few people are injured. The Darrow are already dead, but they still have to face one more cave bear. So we start top of the round. Tink, you are up.
Not prepared. Where am I? I'm so tiny. Oh, I ran away. There I am. I guess from this distance, the smartest thing to do would be to throw a firebolt at the bear. I'm sorry, bear. You didn't know what you were doing. Roll attack.
That's a
24.
oh yes.
So some very dramatic music happened. It kicked off exactly as the firebolt came up in the chat, which we were surprised a little bit startled by the dramatic firebolt that you just threw.
And full damage. It was dramatic.
It was full damage. The fireball just soars over the heads of tiny little Serdi the kobold and slams into this huge bear, overbearing it on him. You know, huge, just towering over him. It lets out a roar of frustration. Anything else?
Good hit. How's it looking?
It's looking like it's got a bit of burned fur, but otherwise it's quite fine.
Oh, I should have probably used something more, but I was quite... Moments ago, I was nearly killed by a bear, so I guess I'm a bit disturbed.
Absolutely. Right. Oh, I should say, new fancy animations in Foundry that we've got. So if you double right click and then select the little target to target what you want to fire at, you will get nice animations for your firebolts and eldritch blasts and fireballs and such. So something to bear in mind. Next up, it's well worth. It's very nice. Drodin.
I thought I was lower in the initiative tracker, so I hadn't prepared for this. But I'm just going to also throw a firebolt.
Okay, go for it.
Nice.
That's a hit.
A lovely little animation too. It's another 9 damage for it.
Yeah, it's definitely getting frustrated and angry now. Can see some signs of blood in its fur. It's not looking good, but it's still got plenty of fight left. Anything else?
No, that's it for now.
Okay. Malice.
So I have spiritual weapon up, so I'm going to move my spiritual weapon next to when I have the correct thing selected. Ugh. Oh, I can't move my spiritual weapon.
Where do you want it?
I'm just next to the bear. Thank you. And then I will make an attack with as my bonus action. So it's bonus action to move it up to 20 feet. And 8.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Oh, 1 second. Does it count as flanking?
Yeah, although it can't give flanking to someone else, your spiritual weapon can get the advantage of flanking, I would say. So yeah.
Are you sure?
I am.
Okay. I don't want to take it too far, but we'll try.
No.
True advantage. 15 to hit.
That is a hit. Well, damage.
5 force damage.
Okay, this black shriveled hand sort of drifts up behind it and just plunges into the fur and rakes along the skin underneath, and you just hear it let out another furious roar.
And then it's within 60 feet, so I will use my action for cantrip Sacred Flame.
Okay.
So can I have a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, please? Oh yeah, that's completely pointless, but it's okay because it's a cantrip. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay, well, still good. It's going down quick. Crunklen, I should say Danny can't be with us this week. Happy birthday, Danny.
Happy
Have a
birthday,
good
Danny.
night.
Did it?
Uh,
Or crumb to you.
Yes. Owen Grumglin.
Who's going to do Crumpler?
You can if you like.
Okay. He'll Crumpler and take over and grab his weapon and charge in. But it's paused, so I can't. I think he's going to hit it with his maul.
We've got some pervert spammer.
19.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
There's lots of dice being thrown there. I'm not sure why there's 4d6s.
He gets to re-roll ones or something.
Oh, okay. I'll trust that it knows what it's doing, because I don't.
Yeah, he strikes it
Doing that
with his hammer, isn't it? Or is that an axe?
It's a maul.
A maul, yeah, strikes it, and it sort of catches it right on the side of the head, and this thing reels a little bit and looks a bit dazed, and looks pretty close to death now.
Yeah, extra attack.
No, I don't think so till 5.
Oh, okay.
Only through, I think he gets something with his echo, but I'm not sure
Don't think he's
that
gonna
got
go
killed last time,
up.
didn't it?
Yeah.
30.
Okay. Surdy will. First of all, he'll bark an order to Ambrose, just in Draconic, and Ambrose will just spit a little acid onto his broad-bladed spear, and he'll get d6 acid damage from it, and then he's going to attack. I think I had Hunter's Mark up, but I can't remember if I had it on the bear, so I will switch it to the bear, and then just in case with my bonus action, and then I will attack. Oh dear.
10 is a miss, unfortunately.
Never mind. And Ambrose will go, and Ambrose will run round behind the bear and start nipping at its heels. And then he'll nip at his heels. Trying to find his ego. So he will get advantage from that, won't he? Flanking and all.
Yes,
13?
that's a hit.
Ooh, I'm not very hitty. I remember I wasn't last time. 4 piercing damage, there we go. I contributed.
Okay. It's looking bad. It's looking real bad. And it is his go. It looks kind of sad. Its ears are back. It's badly wounded. It doesn't look like such a big, ferocious bear anymore. It kind of looks like a very sad little
Don't do this to us, Matt.
creature.
Don't do this.
Isn't fair, Matt.
And as Surdy misses and Ambrose sort of bites at him, he swings black at Surdy. That is I'm guessing a 21 is a hit.
It is, yes.
That's 11 piercing damage.
Oh.
And then it's going to lunge at Crumpler just with its mouth. It just seems desperate now. It's not
11.
got much fight left in it.
They missed.
And it's going to try and start running towards its pen. Anyone?
Oh, I'm not going to. No, it's running away. I will not do an opportunity attack because I want to let it get away.
Okay, Rain.
Oh hell no! No,
What
let it go to its
I'm
pen.
trying to do.
I'll follow, like keeping a bit of distance because I want to lock the pen, but not getting close enough to spook it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the bear is still locked up. Top of the round, Tink.
Again, very boring. We'll do the same. I don't know. Can I get 50? No, I couldn't get to the pen. So I can I'll action dash to get up to help, but I can't lock it in, so I will just hang out here.
Rodin.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I can't get much closer, so I'm just going to hold a firebolt in case something goes wrong. Although I will
Okay.
move. I'll scurry up.
Oh, you will move.
Oh, yes.
Go for
Sorry.
it.
I'll scurry up to here. Thank you, sir.
Excellent. Malice. Are you going to murder it?
I would have if you hadn't made me feel things. Because we know what I'm like with collecting stuff. So let me just. I've got to do basic maths, which is not my strong suit. The cage that it's in, or the cage that it's going to, is it? Can I see into the cage? Like, is it bars or is it like
It is
full on
bars.
panelled? Okay. I'm gonna rock up my 30 feet. I am going to... Okay, 1 second. If I was to hold an action, I can't hold a bonus action, can I? Like, you're only allowed to hold actions, not
I believe
bonuses,
so.
right?
I've never thought of it, to be honest.
It's just because I want to
I
hold...
think it's just actions.
I want to hold Healing Word,
Okay.
but it's a bonus action and not an action, even though it would be equivalent to an actionable spell.
Yeah, I've just checked. You can't hold a bonus action. Oh, hang on, no.
I feel like you ought.
Let's...
Yeah.
It feels odd that you couldn't hold that because a spell, though, doesn't it? Even if it is a bonus action.
It says holding an action is effectively a ready action, which is generally for help and attacks that are actions.
I also find it ironic that after playing the new theme song, which has the words "Don't waste your action," I think we've just all spent our turns wasting our action.
Actions. To save a bear that attacked us. Okay, I'm going to use my action to bonus dash.
Oh no. You can do one or the other. You can't do both. I would say you can do one or the other, but obviously if you ready a spell, it is cast
and
at
then
the
it
end of
doesn't.
the round.
Yeah. I'm gonna action dash instead, and get up to by where everyone else is, and that'll be my go.
Okay, if everyone's just gonna do the same, I'm just gonna, unless there's anything specific you want to do, Tom, or with Crumclun, or with Rain.
Don't know what Crumplin would do in this situation, so I don't have a desire to run after it yelling Crumclun and with them all over the top of my head. I don't know if that's what Danny would do.
It's hard to know. We've only had him for one session.
Well, Crumclun's going to charge after him. Go, Crumclun! With the maul over his head. But he won't get there, I don't think. So...
No, he would get there. Even with his 25-foot movement.
That's me.
Oh. Are you right now? He would 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, he would get there.
It'll take a wild swing at it. I'm regretting this now. I am.
Monster.
Just killing it with someone else's character to make himself feel better.
No, I just thought he's a Durgar, isn't he? And he's a fighter. I just thought he would just naturally chase after it. He's just been hitting it. He's not going to stop hitting it just because it starts going the other way. I'm hoping he misses.
Doubt it. No, it's a hit roll damage.
Oh.
Yeah, how does he do it?
Just buries the maul into the back of its head.
Yeah, it's clearly running like a little scared dog, tucking its tail under and running for the thing, and then Crumpling just runs up and just crushes its head.
And he'll turn around to look at everyone else with a big smile on his face and go, Crumpling! Like he's done a good thing.
Danny's going to come back to this game with no idea why everyone suddenly hates his character.
I'm so sorry, Danny.
We
I
shouldn't
don't
let
know
Tom
why
play other people's characters. He's a bad influence.
I really am. I'm so sorry.
It was running away. Go over there and think about what you've done.
Crumpling.
Maybe it was running away to get reinforcements. We don't know. This was probably the best action, and if we had locked it in there, maybe no one would have let it out. It would have starved to death anyway. Maybe it was a kindness.
You raise a
Kill the
very
other
good
guy.
point. Is there any food around we can give to the other one? I know we're probably not going to hang around, but I feel like once someone should feed it just in case it's a while before someone comes to check on them.
Do you think it will eat its friend?
I imagine if it's hungry enough, but it's slightly grotesque. Is there any food around we can find?
King on the pot, weren't they?
I'll have a
They
look
were
around.
cooking
There won't any
on the pot,
bear
yeah.
food.
Yeah, if you go look in the pot, there's this kind of grey sludge bubbling away.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'll let this cool down. We'll take it off the fire and let it cool down a little and give it to the other bear, and hopefully someone will find it before it starves.
The other
Well, once
bear's
we,
just kind of lying down, looking through the bars at the dead bears. Got big brown eyes. It looks very sad, and it's just kind of going.
Stop it. Or we're going to have a funeral like the one we had for absence, and that took an hour.
For a bear.
I can bring it back. I can use my spells.
This is an area where the players and the characters
Struggle.
want different
We
things.
struggle. Yeah. I was all for not fighting the bear. Hazel was all for not fighting the bears in the first place. I'm not okay with animal-related violence. So, we'll give it some food, and then once we're back up top, we can let the authorities know some of what's going on down here, give them a bit of a warning, and then they can maybe relocate it.
Terrible idea, but they said it was a trained animal, didn't they? Can I look at the bear and tell it to sit?
You can try. Roll animal handling if you like.
I'm not good at this. I just really want a steed.
What language do you say it in?
Common. 2.
You say sit, and it's lying with its head on its paws, and it just kind of rolls its eyes up at you and then looks back down. Ignores you.
It's a stupid animal anyway. That's probably alerted whoever else is here. There's at least one person holding a ritual, they said. Not much point in being stealthy now. She'll just see what's happening over there.
So you can see 2 exits other than the one you came in. One is quite wide and almost seems to lead back the way you came, but obviously via a different route. And then there is a extremely thin one at the other side of the area. It's more of a crack. I think you could probably squeeze through with a bit of care.
The Darrow have been able to squeeze through, presumably. So it's made for them.
You can definitely see there's fungus growing either side of this patch, and you can see where it's been cleared and trodden on.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely people have gone through there.
And when I say let's go over there, I meant over here.
I should wait a moment and give this food to the bear. Just hold on for a moment.
while Serdi's doing that, can I just check out the general surroundings? Is there anything worth taking?
There's definitely not a huge amount of. They haven't got anything on them other than some rusty short swords. They don't seem to have much equipment. There is a tent that's pitched for some reason, with some bedrolls and things inside. There is the bear. There's a number of like harnesses and such for the bears. If you search the bodies, there is a little bit of gold on them. Not a
We'll
huge
take the
amount.
gold. It doesn't matter. It's still money.
Just trying to look. Sorry.
Anybody else hear that sort of radio feedback electrical noise?
Yes, I was just messaging Matt about it. The same thing, I heard it too.
Where are you getting it from?
It's happening now. It's all coming over the sound, like a radio interference.
Oh, I was getting that
what's it?
earlier. I thought it was just me.
One sec. I was lit up even though I wasn't saying anything, so I'm wondering if it's coming from me.
Maybe. Is it gone now?
It was coming and going though, so I can't say. But it's back again now.
It's coming from me. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
I'll have a look. Ignore me for 5 minutes.
Sorry. If people want to search, please feel free.
I'm just going to stay checking this pot of food, and as soon as it's cool enough, me and Ambrose will drag the food, the cauldron over to, if we can, over to the bear and sort of see if we can get it to the bars enough that it can grab it and feed on it and whatever.
It definitely takes the food rather gloomily and unenthusiastically, but it does seem to eat. As the others search around trying to find something, you find a bucket made of some like wood material, seems to be full of mushrooms of some kind, and a wineskin. That's all there is in here. And 6 gold.
Anyone writing that down, or do I need to? I need to.
I was paying attention to the bear.
Hazel, I think Hazel does it in this game, but Hazel's just gone away for a moment. A bucket of mushrooms and 6 gold. Sorry.
Yeah, the mushrooms is 2 days of rations.
Okay, 1 second.
Here she is.
So we had 1 bucket of mushrooms, which is 2 days rations.
Yep.
And then we had a wine skin. Did it have any wine in it?
It seems to contain some kind of stout.
Okay.
Dark Lake Stout?
It is dark late stout.
And then we also had, was it 6 gold?
6 gold, yeah.
One of the bear harnesses, by which I mean, can someone else take one of the bear harnesses for no reason? To do with Darendil.
Would the harness be the right kind
Sure.
of size for Tink?
Probably not.
I mean, it's not a saddle, if that's what you're thinking. It's more of a neck piece and a harness to sort of lead it. And
Oh,
as
no,
we
that's
said last
cool. No,
time,
no,
they
no.
lead it around the spiral, which is a form of training.
No, I won't take it then. Sorry, I was imagining a saddle.
Where would you put it, on his head?
I assume he can run on all 4s. He's quite
Probably.
limbed.
Probably. You'd probably forget and stand up and you'd fall off.
But I have wings, so I wouldn't.
Okay.
We should also probably attempt to take this person, assuming it's just one person conducting the ritual, alive, to ask some questions to help our case for killing the other Darrow and,
So I would like to not die.
yes, consequently letting Trojan live. if that is unavoidable, Malice, are you able to speak with dead?
I doubt it at this level, but let me have a look. Currently, I don't believe I have the capability of communing with the dead in any way, shape, or form, unfortunately.
Try to not kill this one immediately. We're going down this. I'm guessing that's going to ask us for a marching order.
Yeah, marching order. How are you going to proceed? Just line yourselves up by the entrance.
I
I
don't
think
see
I'm
the
fine
point
where
in-
I am.
I don't see the point in being stealthy, but I can be. And if I am going to go first, I will cast Mage Armor this time.
Okay.
I should also do that, but I'm not going to.
Not good for me. Not this time.
Rain coming up last, or
Hanging out with the bear.
Rain will turn to you, and she looks a little bit nervous. She'll just say, "I'm going to hold here and just make sure nothing comes in behind you." And she takes up a defensive position here. Okay, so what order have we got? Malice. Where's Tink? She's
Oh,
the
yeah,
like.
I'm at the front.
Oh yeah.
For the sake of being able to see
Crimson.
me, because I do it too, you can make my token a regular size if you wish.
Yeah, I could do. Okay. Are you just going through in a line? Is someone going ahead and looking first? What's the
I'll
What's
go
the
a
plan?
little bit ahead, because I can be quiet. She says,
Yeah,
probably about to
you-
crash.
it's quite narrow. You're glad Derendil isn't here because you don't think he would get through. But Tink, as you wind your way through, it's too narrow to fly even for someone as small as you, but you do manage to come through. You poke your head out and you can see quite a large cavern, probably as far as your goggles will allow you to see. In fact, you can see a number of campfires. One is quite near on the level you're on. You can see two Derro sat on bunk beds just staring at the fire, and then off to the southwest you can see a number of huge burning fires, and this light blue glow from this huge ritual circle which is painted on the ground. You see three Derro stood around the edge of the circle, and then another who is effectively stood in the center. He's quite young looking. He's got black hair with streaks of white. In fact, let me show you a picture. He is clean shaven, unlike most Derro males that you've seen. He has no beard. You can see that he has scars under his eyes, almost as if he's cried acid or something. It's very, very odd. And his eyes, like a lot of Derro, are just completely white. There is no sorry, keep showing me the wrong one. There is no obvious don't know what's going on with this. Sorry about this. And he seems to be attending to this circle. There's not a ritual as such going on, but there's definitely a weird feeling in the air, like they're about to start something. As you look further, you can see in the far corner something large snoring. Maybe two things snoring, you're not sure. There's this huge shape lying in a pile of straw. You can definitely hear lots of snoring.
We'll back up through the tunnel and report back to the others. 4 Derro, 1 in the center, 3 around it. Big thing. Asleep in the corner? Might be 2 things, not quite sure. Might have 2 heads. That's not terrifying, is it? What shall we do? Attempt to be stealthy? They don't seem to have heard us fighting back there.
I mean, must we confront them to stop the ritual, or is there another way to do it without them knowing?
I could always send Irvi to take a look.
Not like they've started yet. Is that right, Matt? They're about to.
Yeah, it looks like they're... Well, either they finished or they're about to start.
Hopefully, they're about to start. Yeah, there was no big horrible demon there, or whatever else they might have been doing. So hopefully, you're about to start.
They're about to conclude, or about to commence. Either way, just want to be stopped quickly. So whatever we do, we better do it fast.
They're concentrating on the ritual. Shall we just try to get in and spread out quietly, then take them by surprise?
An objection to this plan?
I don't want us to fight from this tunnel. It's too easy
Oh.
to have us all in a line.
I can send Irvi and perceive through their senses briefly. Have a quick look around. Let people know what I can see.
If you like. Maybe Ovi can see a little further than I can.
Irvi has pretty good range in the dark. So somebody will watch my body for a moment, and it's probably going to look like Droden passes out for a moment, as he just kind of like immediately gets into the floor, and Irvi's going to flit off to do a quick little scout.
Okay, I shall pop Irvi on the map for you.
If you do that, you just face plant.
Yeah.
Said he just sees him start to topple and goes, "Good lord!" and tries to grab his head before it hits.
Thank you for that. That's really helpful. And she's going to start picking dirt up off the floor and spitting in it to make a mud and draw a moustache on his moustache. But he doesn't have a moustache, does he?
No, he doesn't. He's clean shaven.
Drawing a moustache.
He's an elf. It would be fuzzy felt or something.
Malice also just like pull out a couple of his hairs. She's just going to keep those for her own purposes.
I didn't think about the mischief that would happen whilst I'm effectively unconscious.
Hey, for Malice, it's not mischief; it's scientific inquiry.
It's all really strange.
So he'll just see what they're doing and go, "Well,
Sorry, Veronica, that's what this young Darrow looks like.
So he'll see what they're doing and go, "Well, while in Waterdeep," and she'll draw glasses over him with the mud as well.
Whilst in Waterdeep. I'm from Waterdeep.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a saying. I mean, I've never been myself.
Oh, I thought it might have been. Okay, not a time for this chat. Anyway, back to the story.
Matthew, you have moved tokens off the map, and now I can no longer see Irvi for some reason.
All right, well, I'll put you on the map then. Where are you?
I'm right. Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah, the others are outside the map on purpose.
There we go.
You're gonna do this combat with glasses and a moustache.
That's what you think. I now have two Irvis, but I'll have a little flit around and have a look at everyone as I scroll by. So
Okay,
describe the scene to me, Matthew. Paint me a picture with your words.
So you see a huge cavern in 2 layers. The top layer, you can see a number of Darrow sat by a campfire with 4 beds. They're just sat staring at a pot which is slowly sizzling. There is another cage that you can see in this area, although you're not sure what's in it. And as you look, there's a bench and a table behind them, and you can see this. At first, it looks like a dog sleeping, but as the moth flits around in the darkness, you see that this dog has got 2 heads, and again seems to just be snoozing quietly. not paying too much attention. As your moth flits further down, you can see that there is a single set of steps down to the lower level in this cavern to the south, and it's about a 10-foot drop if you were not to take the stairs. So it's a sheer cliff face of rock that has been carved out with a 10-foot drop. You see this huge blue circle which is faintly glowing with enchantment, which has been drawn out on the ground, and 3 Darrow. What's the perception of your moth?
Probably not high, but it has dark vision. To
If you
120 feet.
flick your mouse over the icons, you'll be able to actually see what they look like. But you see these 3 Darrow seem to, at first they just look like elderly Darrow. They've got the normal white hair, slightly grey skin, white eyes with no discernible irises, and beards. But as the moth flits over, you see that their beards seem to have tentacles sticking out of them, as sort of almost out of the hair. They do have mouths, but yeah, they have tentacles growing out of their chin.
Okay. Irvi's passive is 13 as well, so I have a +3.
Okay.
And see a rather large fellow down there. You rolled something, so I'm waiting for a follow-up comment.
No, carry on. You don't know
Okay.
I've rolled something.
So it would probably, if he would flit down here and have a look at this chap for a brief moment, and then he'd probably scurry around to look at all.
As Irvi flies down to the sort of western side of this cavern, you can see this huge pile of, well, it's not straw, but it's sort of dried fungus of some kind which has been laid on the ground. You see this huge 2-headed giant, tusks sticking out of its face. It's got massive weapons in each hand, even though it's asleep. And yeah, each head seems to be sort of snoring and letting out a bit of a blast. And then suddenly you're looking through Irvi's eyes. What's his armor class? And the Darrow in the middle of the circle, which seemed to be paying no attention, just suddenly like holds out a hand, and you just see this icy blast of wintry sort of snow, sleet, and ice to shoot out and hit Irvi.
Well, Irvi's AC is 11, so it definitely hits. And he has 1 hit point.
So yeah, your moth just goes into dust.
At which point, I can't delete Irvi. At which point, Trojan will kind of sit up, rather starkly, just do the straight. It's like, they killed my fucking moth.
Know we're here.
Hmm?
They know we're here.
Well, they probably just think they killed a moth. I would hope.
Good.
I don't know. Have we seen any other moths down here? Are they a common occurrence?
We have seen a lot of bugs.
But it seems an odd thing to do in the middle of a ritual, unless you know the moth is more significant.
But anyway, I saw at least 5, 6 Darrow, a young fellow, 3 with beards that looked rather tentacly. It's very strange. They reminded me of that strange creature we met outside the Kraken's mouth. They had a 2-headed dog for some reason. That was an interesting one. And a large fellow who looked like he had 2 heads.
Okay,
So
we need to do this then.
So 2-headed dog, 2-headed large creature thingy,
Yes.
3 Darrow with tentacles,
Yes. For beards. Very strange.
1 youngish guy, no,
One youngish Darrow.
no
then-
tentacles.
No tentacles on him that I could see. And then 2 rather standard looking Darrow who I think were asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You
Cool.
hear them
Darrow.
begin to chant and sing.
Right, keep one alive, but we have to go in because the ones with tentacles, the ones with the thing with the extra head, that will clear well, potentially cleared Roden's name, but definitely be evidence to submit in our favour.
Can we tell what they are chanting? Does it sound familiar? Either what we heard through, like the general pattern of it. Does it sound like what we heard through the stone when we were talking to Stone Speaker, or does it sound like the chanting from the Bukhara caves?
It sounds similar. They seem to be singing and chanting in a form of Dwarvish. It's slightly different to normal Dwarvish, but they are chanting.
Can I understand what they're saying as a Dwarvish speaker?
They're basically singing.
Kumbaya.
Quite the opposite. It is imploring something to come to them.
That
Allow
not
them
the
to
same as
overthrow.
Kumbaya?
Yeah, maybe. So it's imploring something to help them take the city, to inflict a curse upon their enemies, and sow chaos in the city above.
So now, and I'm going to flit over to the entrance and try to quietly exit.
Okay, roll stealth.
As all of this is going on, Droden's going to rub it in his face and go, did somebody pull my hair whilst I was going through everything?
Carefully, only took like 3 strands of hair. I doubt you'll have noticed it with the face plant.
That's fair. It's, it's just, I only see and hear through Irby. I can still feel if people touch me. Very strange. And he'll have unknowingly, smudged up half of his facial decor.
Your makeup now matches Malice's.
When
Death dog.
when Droden mentioned a 2-headed dog, I would have said he would have sniffed the air and used his primeval awareness to see if he could sense any fiends close.
How close?
Within a mile.
Yes.
Yeah, it would get the sense that it's nearby. I don't know. It's hard primeval awareness. It says it's sense the presence within a mile, but doesn't tell you how many there are or their exact location. But I'm not quite sure what.
There's definitely a sense.
Is okay.
Whether it's in here or not, who knows?
Okay, I'm new to this, so I'm not sure quite what it does here. Not sure how it works.
30 feet of movement further in.
Okay, what did you get in your stealth? 23. Good. Yeah, move yourself. As the chant progresses, you can hear him imploring whoever he is pleading with to show the wisdom of 2 heads, of 2 minds in one body, and to inflict the curse on those above. The dog still seems to be asleep.
Is anything happening in the ritual circle that makes me think something is listening? Like lights or...
Not yet. You see the young Darrow take something out of a bag. It is this crudely carved statue, probably quite large compared to a Darrow. Darrow's 2.5, 3 foot tall. This thing is easily a foot in itself, probably almost as big as you. You can see that it has 2 crudely sculpted heads, tentacles coming out of it, again very crude and almost like the legs of a chicken or something of that nature. And he's holding it up above him, and as he holds it up, you see the circle start to pulse and glow more brightly.
If the others haven't moved, I'm just gonna throw a spell out. So what are the others doing?
So Malice at a bit of a distance will be trying to quietly follow Tink.
As well, very quickly. Is Tink recounting the chanting at all to everyone?
Well, not
In a
from where
little-
she is, no. You can
Okay.
hear the chanting if you're in the tunnel.
I can't speak Dwarvish.
She'll follow Malice, and Crumclon follows too. And as we're sneaking to the entrance, I'll turn to Crumclon. Do you understand what they're saying?
Roll stealth for me. Anyone that's
Crumclon.
exiting the tunnel?
Ah,
Oh, I'm fucked.
Should have thrown the spell out. Why didn't I throw the spell out?
Okay, roll. Okay, let's see. Okay, Serdy's really quiet. Crumclon has disadvantage, by the way, because of his armor.
Oh, I think Serdi might as well, actually. Hang on a sec.
How Matt feels about this? Could I hear the clank of, I don't know, I'm assuming Drodin trips, and that trips Malice, and that trips Crumclum, and just go,
Yeah.
shit, and throw out a spell.
You just hear someone step on a mushroom and it just goes with a very loud pop. That doesn't work on microphones. I don't know why.
That worked!
Did
No,
it?
it came through and it was right in my ear, and I'm not okay with it.
So whatever it is sort of bursts like a pustule, sprays this liquid over Malice's foot, and then Crumclun sort of walks into the back of you. Ambrose sort of looks disgusted at this liquid and knocks into someone else, who then knocks into someone else. So yeah, there's just a bit of a sudden. You're moving so stealthily, Tink. You're sort of flying very quietly. The dog's asleep. The Darrow are just staring at the fire. The ritual's going on, and then there's this calamity behind you, and suddenly you see one of the heads of the dog just spin and look at you, and it just bares its teeth. You just hear this growl, and then the other head flicks onto you as well. Roll initiative, please.
No.
Do they look alive? Like, does Malice think any of them might be dead? Like, undead?
You can roll religion or medicine.
Okay. Just because it will change what I do. 21.
They look quite alive.
Okay, thank you.
Corrupted, but alive.
Alive.
Okay, everyone rolled. Yeah, unfortunately, you lost your surprise, but you still have a chance to get the drop. So, top of the round, Serdi.
No, bugger this. I'll run in and... Come on, Ambrose. Just run 30 feet straight ahead. Is it a drop down from where we are? We're on the level above? Or is it drop? Are we
You
below?
don't see the text.
I can see 10-foot drop. I just didn't know which direction I was assuming you were when you read the 10-foot drop.
Down.
Down. Okay. Okay, brilliant. Then I shall just spit a hoogie of acid at the nearest one.
Okay.
DC 13 dexterity.
The nearest one.
No.
As soon as that happens, the chanting stops.
6 acid damage.
Okay. Yeah, you just... And this huge green globule just hits him right in the back of the neck. You actually see his hair melting and his skin burning, and he just lets out this weird, inhuman scream and starts desperately trying to get whatever it is off the back of his neck, and turns and sees you. He looks badly hurt. He's definitely blooded.
So I shall yell to Ambrose to bark an order at Ambrose, and he will use his action to keep moving round. Can I see steps anywhere? I can't, can I?
There's some steps here.
Okay, he'll work his way around to head towards the steps. Should go just after me, but it's... Can you move him up the order, please, Matt?
Where is he?
He's down below Tink at the moment. it makes you roll for him, so he just ends up where he ends up. But he should go immediately after me.
I don't. Oh yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I skipped. Sorry.
See, you're measuring.
Yeah. He's going to go his full length because he sees there's other creatures there now. Sees the dog. And he's going to stand there kind of growling at the dog. Holding a guard. And that's it. That's his turn.
Okay. Next up is. Where is this one? You just see this little guy jump up. Hearing the dog growl, he just jumps up. Intruders! And he will raise a crossbow, lift it off the bed, and turn and take aim at the nearest person. Oh, no. 1, 2, Tink, 3, 4, Ambrose.
Misses.
It
Ambrose
misses, so you
sidestep.
just see this crossbow bolt ping off the floor. You hear it sort of whiz past you as well, but doesn't hit anyone. The Darrow with the acid, again, has got a crossbow around on a strap around his shoulder. He will turn and try and ping a shot at you. I will remove a little bit for it's an 18 to hit.
18. Oh, misses. I hold my shield up in front of me.
Yeah, well, it was quite a good shot, but because of the 10-foot drop, there's a bit of an angle difference, and it just sort of clips and flicks off your shield. Doesn't quite come. It was a close one though. Malice.
So I am going to cast Bless on Tink, Cske, and do I do it on myself or do I do it on Droden? And myself because I'm selfish.
So on Tink.
Sturdy.
Yeah.
And myself.
Okay. What does Malice's Bless look like?
It looks like there's a little black wave of dust just quickly forms over them. The dust then settles into this little image of fungus and rot and then disappears.
Nice. So that was Surdy, you, and Tink.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Let me just see. Is there any kind of little kind of alcove or anything in the wall where I can kind of position myself not too far from where I am now? Like, can I try and get half cover?
Only what you can see. If you were to lie down, you would probably have quite good cover from below, from this area.
So I kind of want to crouch. I want to make it. Yeah, if I can crouch and kind of be up against the wall so that the guys down there aren't gonna bother with me, and then I've just got to deal with what's up here.
Okay, good stuff.
Okay.
You just hear this. Oh, that was a good sleep. Yeah, until you woke me up. No, it wasn't me. It was these idiots over there. Let's smush them. And then ate them. Oh, alright. You just see this huge lumbering giant with 2 heads stand. It's got this horrible looking club in one hand, and it kind of looks like a battle axe, but it's so crudely made, it just looks like a rusty, flat sheet of metal tied to a stick. Well, a tree trunk. And it will start lumbering forward. Think.
This is a good plan, so it must be a bad plan. If I were to move, keep doing this, forgetting where it leads me. My movement to here. Would I be then just over the 10-foot drop, but still on that level because flying?
Yeah, you could fly if you wanted to and stay at the level you are.
Then my stupid idea is to go to here. And can I please hold, instead of taking an action, can I hold a bonus action Misty Step?
Yeah.
So if the dog comes at me, because what I now want to do, hopefully as a free action, is go, here doggy, doggy, doggy.
Just be aware, if you're holding Misty Step, you either have to use it or lose it at the end of the turn.
Is it worth that full damage? It just feels like then it's further away.
It's up to you. We'll roll, what would it be? Deception? Persuasion? What do you think?
Oh, if it could be deception, I'd be very happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
So you hover flying, your wings are barely visible anyway in the low light, they move so quickly, and you lower yourself so it appears as if you're standing on ground, but you're just floating over nothing, and you get the dog's attention, and you see both the heads, the lips curl back, you see these yellowed teeth in each head, and it snarls at you.
So
Anything
either I
else?
use it up, or once that dog comes at me, I'm Misty Stepping. No, that's it.
Okay.
Oh wait, I can take an action. No, that was my action, wasn't it? To go, come here, kind of. No, I'm holding a bonus action, so I can't do anything. Never mind. Move on. Getting confused.
Okay. Yeah, the dog is gonna run for you.
Belted them. I need to work out where I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it comes charging at you. I do need to check on that bonus action thing, but I'm going to allow it for now, rather than slow the game down. It runs at you, and then realizes that you're not there. Perception's quite good. And it just leaps at you. I'm going to make you roll a dexterity ability check just to see how quickly you can react.
Some ability checks.
You get blessed to add to that, or is it just?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you go for it. Misty Step. As this thing leaps, you see the two jaws are like snapping as it flies towards you, and then you just turn into mist and appear wherever you wish. It just falls and plummets.
Oh, good shooting!
Cliff.
I'm gonna go there, actually, if that's alright. Back where I was, basically.
Okay, and you just hear it land at the bottom with its muffled thump.
It's fine, I'll see.
You see this weird, beardy, tentacle-faced Darrow start running towards the stairs. He doesn't quite get there. He's going to take a ping at young Cske, and he misses. You just see the arrow just thunk into the side of the cliff. You hear it, but you don't see it, actually. Poor show by the Darrow. This one will stand as well, will turn and fire at Tink, who's just appeared behind him. It's a 14. No? Okay. He's going to move and crouch behind this table for a bit of cover. Oh, there's a Laura Darrow. This one is going to move over here. And he also pings off a crossbow at Cske and misses. Oh, blimey. I should have changed the order. I saw a great rule for initiative where they're saying you should like roll the initiative of the boss, and then all the players roll initiative, and then you just alternate between like minions and players. It keeps the combat moving nice and quick, apparently, which I quite like the idea of. So yeah, you see this young Darrow, clean shaven, this weird like melt marks under his eyes, and this black hair with white stripes through it. You can see him assessing what to do. The ritual seems to have stopped. The light from the ritual circle is dimming, but you can see the statue that he was holding has got these cracks in it, and you can see this sort of almost orange glow like molten lava from the middle of it. He lays it gently on the floor, looks around him, as if deciding what to do. He's got so many good things. And you just see him go boink, blink, and he is gone. Casts a spell and disappears. Sorry, ignore that roll. I don't know what that was. That is his go. Drodin.
Well, my initial plan has now gone out of the window because he's turned invisible. But I'm going to move up. I can measure. Giant Ruler is fixed, by the way, now.
Is it?
Yes. So I can move up to here. Can I see where he dumps that two-headed statue?
It's just resting in the center of the circle.
It's going to be a momentary thought of going, do I try to destroy that or do I try and kill someone?
It's the question of the ages.
Yes. Well, my last spell stop for this level, but I'd give it a go. So I'm going to cast Shatter, and I'll put it about here, because presumably that's where it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't make all of this so much worse. I can't imagine it can do a saving throw.
No, it's inanimate. It just hits.
Good. So that's 12 damage to it, and I have to look at the specifics. Yeah.
I think it
So-
just destroys inanimate objects. You just see it shatter into pieces. The pieces fly everywhere, pinging off the ground, even reaching as far as the cliff. There's this flash of orange from the inside, and you see molten rock just splatter in the immediate area, but doesn't go far enough to hit anyone. The circle dims more.
I really hope I did a good thing there.
I hope so too.
Anything else?
No, that's it. I've used my action and all of my movement, so I'm there.
Okay, Crunklin.
Or he'll just come strolling in with his maul over his shoulder
Start from there, by the way.
and have a look around. Move 25 feet, can't you? So he'll walk in, maybe walk about 10 foot. Have a look around, see that Tink's over by some Darrow and start running in that direction. So, and he'll use his action to dash.
Okay.
Gets into there. What's he got that can do bonus? I should have looked at this before, sorry.
Alright.
As a bonus action, he'll manifest an echo within 15 feet of him. So can he do it as many times as he wants in a day? How many times is it? Looks like as many times as you want in a day, but you can only have one at a time.
Okay.
So
Where do you want it?
just have the other side of Tink, so 15 feet of him, so here.
Yeah.
That's perfect. There we go. Just to confuse matters as to who's who.
Okay. Back to top of the round then, Surdy.
Righto. Okay, Ambrose, let's go. And he'll start marching towards the same place. And he actually, no, what he'll do is he'll spit another acid first at the one he already spat acid at.
Okay.
Like the right character to do that.
That's revolting, by the way.
I know. So it's a DC 13 dexterity saving throw. The same one is targeted.
Okay. Oh, hang on, sorry. He has advantage.
We got up there anyway. He met it with that one anyway.
Okay. He's wise to you this time. He's looking. he's tried to shoot you. He sees you take that kind of like, and he just steps aside, and then kind of goes.
I give him a wink because I quite like his chutzpah. And then I'll march off now towards Tink and Crumplum.
Okay.
I'll move back a bit from the edge so I make it harder from the bottom. And Ambrose will. He'll take the dodge action and stand next to me.
Okay. I've wanted to move you slightly up the order, Malice, but I moved you slightly too far. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Sorry. You're up next, Malice.
Okay.
So seeing this weird echo thing appear, this Darrow will run up. Can't quite get into the range of Tink. Oh, hang on, he can't. 30 foot. 1, 2 echo. 3, 4 Tink. Sorry, Tink. You see it's got this weird spear on one end, hook on the other. And he lashes out at you with it. He literally pushes the hook past you behind and then pulls, and you just feel it pierce your back. That didn't roll a critical, did it? Yeah, so it's another d6. So that's 9 piercing total, as literally impales you on this hook.
There is a big old hole in Tink.
And up next
I'm
is
imagining like a
Malice.
jammy dodger for some reason. There's no just. Oh dear. Okay, so how bad is Tink look? Tink is looking very bad.
Tink looks very bad.
Okay.
Got mauled by a bear previously.
Yep. Okay. So.
Well, a lot of you are injured. Birdie looks bad too.
Okay. So let's do a healing word for Tink, which probably isn't going to do much.
The range on that?
60.
Okay.
So that's 5 healing. Healing word is bonus action. And then I am going to... Oh, what's the range on crossbow? Sorry, I'm not using actual weapons anymore. Got too many things and I get confused. Yeah, so the one that is next to Tink, I'm going to take my attack at. Don't do that to me, Matthew.
Oh.
Ah!
Hello.
Screw you!
Do roll a 20. Yeah, roll damage, double the dice. Nice.
13. I will take that as a cleric from a distance.
Headshot.
It is literally a headshot. You heal Tink, you wave your hand, heal Tink. One fluid motion, put your hand on the trigger of your crossbow, aim, fire, and it goes straight in his eye socket, comes out the back of his head, and he just slumps to the floor dead.
I like the idea that when Tink was healed, the kind of shroud of decay that had previously been around her kind of fizzled up again, and as the arrow then passed, it kind of moved the trajectory a bit. So there's this weird like hand of death just following it.
I love it. You just see this little hand just tweak the arrow slightly, and it absolutely no chance. He is gone. Anything else?
No, I'm just going to get lower.
Okay. Drodin, you stood on the edge of the cliff. You just destroyed this statue, shattered it into thousands of pieces, and you're sort of smiling to yourself, thinking, I hope that was something good. And as you lift your eyes, you see someone aiming a crossbow at you for a 22.
Yeah, still on my AC.
That's 8 piercing as this bolt strikes you.
Ow.
The Darrow will move backwards. Okay. you all see this huge two-headed giant wearing. Now it's sort of moved into the light of the fire. You can see it's just wearing this rather filthy-looking loincloth. It's got a huge beer belly. It's disgusting. And you can see both heads chattering to each other and searching the room, looking for a target for the nearest people. And it will start marching towards the stairs. Although you think the size of the thing, it can probably just clamber up the wall if it wants to. It gets kind of quite tight against the wall, as if waiting for an opportunity. He's got a ranged attack. Screw it, I'm gonna dash. You see it sort of hug the wall, and then just one of the heads is just like, come on, just go for it. And it sort of, you see it come clambering up the stairs, both heads screaming, and it dashes forward to there. But that is its go. Dink.
Bonus action to feed myself a healing potion, right?
Again, you've gone very quiet.
It's a bonus action to give myself
To
a
give
healing
yourself
potion.
a potion, yeah, I allow a bonus action. Someone else. It's full action.
Do. That wasn't brilliant for 50 gold, but okay. And then for my action, I'm going to use a sorcery point. Then that. And I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at the giant thing and the dog thing. So
Okay.
I'll go.
The dog thing is down the cliff, so it will be quite hard to hit from there. Probably close to impossible, actually. You can fire, I'll just give it an armor class bonus. You can barely see it from here, unless you can fly up. Can't see it.
Can I change it to this guy then?
Yeah?
This guy and this guy. I'll start with the giant guy. 4 plus.
19. That is a hit.
God.
10.
See the text for it, so I can't remember how I do damage. How I do what the type of damage. So it's a 5 and a 4.
Chaos Bolt is...
Sorry, I'm trying to find it.
You roll a d8.
It's one of the D8 that I've rolled, isn't it? And I rolled a 5 and a 4, so I can pick from lightning or force.
5 is lightning.
Yes,
4 is
I'm going to pick
force, yeah.
force. Yeah.
Force. Okay.
Let me do the other guy. This is just the regular Darrow. Oh dear.
Yeah.
What a waste of a sorcery point. Not just a miss,
Sorry.
a fumble.
Anything else?
Move 30 feet away. 30. Cool, that's me.
Hey. The dog, you can hear it growling down below, but it's not really in a position to do anything. So it is just going to run. There is a button that lets you see how far you're moving, but I can't remember what it is. I think it's Alt. No.
Control?
No. Oh, there we go. So it comes barreling up the stairs. Uses an action to dash. Gets to there. Moves to the top of the stairs. But he's kind of hidden. He's crouching down. He's just peeping over the top of the stairs. He is going to have a look. Can't really see past the big guy. So he's going to take a shot. I'm sorry, Jim. It's a Drodin.
Okay.
12.
Pretty sure that hits, yeah.
I thought you cast... Oh, you didn't cast Mage Armor, did
I
you?
haven't cast Mage Armor, no.
max damage. That's 10.
Hooray! Again,
Sorry,
once
Phil.
again. Ow.
Oof. Drodin is looking badly wounded now. That's two arrows stuck in him. 2 bolts.
Trojan has
This
purple
guy's going
blood.
to run forward and
That's
kind of seems to be feeling brave with this huge 2-headed giant barreling forward, gets brave and comes out of cover and attacks the echo. But I think that misses. That's a 7.
it misses.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure that misses. This guy is just gonna action dash. Drodin.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to magic missile the giant fucking thing.
Okay.
Let me just do that so we can see the lovely effect. Nice. However, it's only allowed me to roll 1, so I'm going to have to do the other 2 separate.
Fine.
So that's a whole 8 damage.
Pia, one of the head, sort of looks at you. No. Doesn't look particularly hurt. Anything else, sir?
I'm going to back up, and I'm going to probably walk backwards going, sorry, I used all of my big spells breaking your rock. I'm going to move back here behind Sadie.
Really hates rocks, that guy. Crumplin. Hoping Crumplin doesn't die while Danny's not here.
Oh God, I hope not. Don't put that kind of pressure on me, Matt. Crunklin's I'm going to run away to the back of the cave and hide.
On his birthday as well.
Crumplin is going to move in to combat with the giant and take a swing at the giant. But as he's swinging his maul back, you see Ambrose's eyes just glow green for a second, and then the maul glows green. And Ambrose will use his reaction to give 1d6 acid damage to the maul.
Okay, nice.
Don't know why it went straight to damage there and didn't roll an attack. I'll try again. Just went straight to damage and didn't roll an attack roll for some reason.
Couldn't see attack, yeah.
Okay.
That's it. I think he can use his echo to make a second attack, can't he?
Good question. So that's an extra d6 is 6 points.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, 6 points of acid.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 points of acid. Yeah. Just wanted to make a point. There's a different sort of damage.
Ooh.
Sorry. No, it's when he makes an attack action, he can use it from the echo.
Okay.
He will action surge and attack the giant again.
Okay.
Because if you're going to use an action surge, maybe it will be against the giant.
That's a hit.
Actually.
Okay. Yeah, this giant looks furious now. Is that a lot?
Grumglon, yes.
Okay, top of the round. It is Surdy.
Right, Surdy will just wipe his brow and cast Cure Wounds on himself. He's in a bad way. That sucked.
Yeah, that is literally as little as you could get.
Yeah, and then he'll just sort of seem to steel himself ready for a fight, and he will roar, and he will use his bonus action to cast Volcanic Roar, which is the spell's ability, giving everyone else advantage for a round.
Nice. See this little cute kobold let out this really quite scary roar for something so little.
And he'll then walk into combat with the dog, sort of stand with his shield ready and his short spear, and Ambrose will trot along next to him. take the dodge action.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry, that took ages. It feels like my turn takes forever because I'm using Cromclan and Sturdy as well.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Alice.
Okay, so who is worse for wear? Badly injured, uninjured, badly injured. Okay. Who is within range? So I will cast Healing Word again as my bonus action on Surdy
Mm-hmm.
when I can find the spell. There it is. 4. Again, the lowest we could possibly do there. And then I will take another crossbow attack, this time at the giant.
With advantage.
With advantage,
With
and I get a
advantage.
+4. So a d4.
I'd just like to say I've paid to upgrade the Discord server, so the quality would be better, and it's worse than ever.
So
Or is
20?
it just me? That's a hit. Roll damage.
That's 6 piercing damage.
It's the big guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's looking quite badly injured now. Seems to have misjudged his strength, charged out too early, and got quite battered.
And I'm just gonna use a little bit of movement just to run to a slightly different position because I don't want to get too comfortable anywhere. And that's it.
Nice, good turn. Darrow's turn. Everyone's backed away from the cliff now, so it's not quite so easy to see where you are. Gonna move to the steps. Unfortunately, someone's in the way. Big guy's turn. So as Crumplan has done the most damage to him now, he's just gonna take a swing with the battle axe. This huge rusty sheet of iron, sharpened and tied to a tree branch, just swings down. 23 to hit.
That's
Pretty sure
it.
that hits. That is 12 points of slashing damage as it strikes, and then just as he's reeling from that, the Morning Star comes in too. Thankfully misses. And that is it. Tink, you're up.
I think you're muted, V.
You've gone very quiet, V.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I was just grumbling. I'm going to do what I did last time and do a twin spell of chromatic chaos bolt. One at the big guy and then one at the... Let's do the wolf. The wolf, the dog. Now he's actually there. So this one's for the dog.
It's with advantage.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Is the advantage on the giant?
No, it's with enemies now within 10 feet of me that could hear me
Oh.
through the dragon roar. So all 3 of them would be advantage.
That's such a delight to hear.
So that's the bad guys.
Yeah, I think the way I read it was that the bad guys that were within 10 feet of me and could hear me you get advantage attacking them for 1 round.
Okay. 25's a hit.
What I rolled. 2 out of 5. I'm gonna do cold damage to the doggy.
Okay.
Let's do the
They
big
both seem to
guy.
be hurt by it.
Oh, I didn't do the D4.
It's a hit.
Okay, no bother. That's 14 to the big guy, and let's make that psychic damage.
Oh, that was 14. Okay. And 11 to the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog is looking injured and the big guy is looking pretty bad.
And then for my movement, I'm going to... Oh, do I? No, I'm going to back up a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. That's fine. I think. I want to be able to get out there if I need to. Yeah, that's fine. That's me.
Okay. Two-headed dog, Serdi. Come belting across. You've moved up to meet it. Now it tries to bite you. One head, then the other. First head, 19.
It's my armor class.
Second head, it's a fumble.
Let's take.
Can you? So that is. It's 7 points of piercing damage, but can you also roll a DC 12 Constitution saving throw, please?
You've got bless on saving throws. 1d4.
Thank you. I'd forgotten that. I still.
I'm afraid you are now poisoned. The bite is toxic. There's something odd in its saliva. It just burns. Where it bites you, it burns. This must be what your spitting must feel like. Your maximum hit points are reduced by 1d10. I will let you roll it.
Finally, my low rolling is helpful.
Yeah. Pretty bad, that. If you'd rolled higher. This little Darrow's still hiding. He's going to ping his crossbow. Who is he going to fire at, though?
Is that, sorry, Matt, does that reduce my hit points as well as my maximum hit points, or just my maximum hit points?
It reduces your maximum hit points by 1.
Just the maximum hit points, okay.
Yeah,
So
the damage is just the damage.
Sorry,
This little guy here, he's seen this drow firing crossbows at the back. So he's going to move up. You can see him, Malice, taking aim at you as he runs, flanks sideways across, gets a clear shot, and then just lets the bolt go. But for some reason, it's not showing the attack roll again. That's a 9. I assume misses.
It catches the wall that I pressed up to as close as I can be. Little
Darrow guy is going to have a go with his hooked spear at Crunklunt. That's a 19.
it's Crunklunt.
He will. So he gets the hook and he hooks it round Crunklunt's leg, and then just yoinks it, and Crunklunt is. Where does this go?
Can't return. It's the bottom is the last one to go.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick it in his leg. I have the option of making him prone, but it seems a bit pointless. 3 points of piercing damage as this hooked spear grabs him in the back of the calf. Quite painful.
Just disapprovingly with his through his thick eyebrows.
He goes Crunklunt. Or words to that effect. Who's this at the bottom? Crunklunt. Another bolt comes flying over at 14, which I assume just pings off his armour.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing very well.
I take it this is the invisible guy silently doing stuff. Do we
May or may
hear
not be.
anything that isn't accounted
No.
for by sound?
I mean, you can
No.
use an action to try and search for him, but he
We're
hasn't
busy
triggered
using
anyone's
the other
passive.
thing. Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't triggered anyone's passive, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, that's the Twitch stream. I'm just moving my mouse everywhere just to throw you off the scent, in case you're wondering. Drodin.
So I have a mouthful of cookies. I'm going to take a gamble, and I'm
Yeah.
going to cast Fairy Fire using my spell feature, a racial feature.
Okay.
So can those things make a saving throw for me of the something variety?
Yep.
I can't remember.
Dexterity.
DC 10, is that right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, because it's charisma based.
Oh. So far, everyone's saved. Last one at the back.
Yeah.
They're all three saved, unfortunately. Sorry.
And that's when Droden's just like, oh, I'm going to move a little further back, if that's okay.
Yep.
And I'll get rid of that template. Seeing as it didn't stick. Thank you very much, sir.
Sorry, it's always good though. When that holds, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So, bad luck there. Crunklen.
Grumblin will swing his mighty maul at the giant one more time. Why does it do that? It just goes damage the first time.
It should pop up a window with.
Doesn't it? Just it comes up with damage. The window comes up. It just has damage, no attack roll. There we go.
Yeah, must be an update. They
This is
probably need
weird.
to fix it.
There we go. That time it worked. He gets advantage. Yeah. And again, no, I won't do it this time because I should have done it before. Critical hit. 15 bludgeoning damage on the giant.
Okay, he's not down, but he's swaying. One of the heads looks like it's sort of drifting in and out of consciousness. The other one looks really furious.
And Crumcron will just look indignantly at him, say Crumcron, and then spit on his feet. And then you're right, actually, he does have a special ability that lets him attack another time from his echo, which I didn't see. And his echo will attack the dog.
Okay,
Choose your ability. So, 23,
that's a hit.
12 points of damage against the dog.
Okay. It's wounded, but it's still fighting. And Serdi with Malice up next.
So Serdi will just move his shield to the side and stab forward with his long-bladed spear at the dog.
Yep.
My bless, which I must not forget.
Yeah, that's a hit. Roll damage.
And this time, Ambrose's eyes will glow green again, and my spear will glow green, and we'll get acid damage as a reaction. That's 1 acid damage and 10 piercing on the dog.
How do you want to do it?
I just stick the spear through one head, and then Ambrose will leap forward and tear the throat out the other head.
Yeah, it just lets out a slight whimper and drops to the floor.
They'll just shuffle round to both of us and to the other side of that Darrow, and to help out Crumpler, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll shift there, and Ambrose on his turn will move around here and take the dodge action.
It seems odd that you turn the dog into a dog's chew toy.
Yeah. Drakes are better than dogs, I've always said.
Malice.
Okay, so let me just check the distance on this. So I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Yep.
Just here behind the giant and the Darrow, and in front of the other tentacly Darrow.
Yeah.
And so then that will be a bonus action attack on the two-headed giant.
Okay, go for it.
So that's a 17.
That's a hit.
That's 5 force damage. So it just kind of the hand grabs him by the hair and just yanks backwards.
No, it's very. One of the heads is definitely unconscious now.
And while the hand is holding on to one head, Malice will take a shot at the other head.
Hey, go for it.
16?
A hit, roll damage. How do you want to do this?
6%. So while one head is being held by the claw hand, the other one, where one of the arrows had gone into one eye, this arrow now goes into the other eye, and it just kind of goes limp. But it's still held there for a second by the hand, till the hand lets go and it drops.
Yeah, this you just feel the ground rumble as it hits the floor. Dead.
And Malice will press back up against the wall.
Okay. I think seeing that giant fall, he's just gonna take a run for it. He just thinks if he can kill the giant, he doesn't stand a chance. And he just dashes off in that direction. Tink, you muted.
This one down here. Can I see it from up here, or do I need to get close to the edge?
This one,
The one that's still down.
yeah, you can see him.
Okay.
But he can see you too.
Yeah, that's fine. Firebolt him because sorcerers run out of spells really quickly. Minus being a cleric and a druid.
That's a hit.
Oh, I didn't do the. No, it doesn't matter.
The D4, you don't need it.
Oh,
Oh.
boo!
I mean, it's a fantastic shot. But you just kind of.
By the time it gets there, yeah.
Just kind of like burns his scalp a little bit.
Fire's gone out. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna stay there for now. Oh no, you know what I'll do with my movement? It's 15 to go prone and be on the floor and get some cover from the one down there in case he retaliates, right?
I don't think you need to. You probably don't need to use movement to go prone, just to get up from prone. So I'll let you go. I'll let you use 5 feet to go prone.
I'm just gonna stay in the same spot because I can't decide where to go. So I just wanted cover from him hitting
Okay.
back.
Perfect. Darrow really starting to feel a bit out of his depth, but he's healthy. He's going for it. He runs up here, steps off the bench of this table and bench, and is going to go for little Surdy 10.
It's a miss.
Yeah, I thought it would be. This guy's going to go for Crumplan. It's a 21.
Hit.
That's 4 piercing on Crumplan as this, again, he lashes this hook behind his arm and just pulls it through, tears into his bicep. Nasty. This little guy, he looks for where the firebolt comes from. He can't really see Tink because she's small and she's hunched down, but he can see Drodin.
Get bad. Oh, fine.
He's fine, but he just like doing, and it just like as he's lifting his crossbow, it goes off and he just pings the bolt straight into the ground. It's like bolts, which you hear echo around the cavern. Okay.
Secret things. Secret things.
Rodin, Tink, Malice, you feel the hair on the backs of your arms stand on end, and then on the back of your neck. Anyone wearing metal armor, you feel it start to buzz and vibrate as the young Darrow comes into sight. And you just see this huge crack of lightning shoot out of his hand.
Me and Tink have plus D4 to saving throws.
Just get the.
Stupid of us, wasn't it?
Lined up.
It was not. I was so glad when you stayed in a line. DC 12 dexterity saving throw, please.
Tiny bit concerned about how this is going to go.
Tink saved. Tink takes half, 15. Malice takes half, 15. Drodin
Oh,
takes 30.
Drodin. No.
Drodin.
A natural one.
So I take how much?
Damn.
30.
Not quite enough to kill you outright.
No, it was incredibly close though.
It was. The Drodin goes down. You just see his hair like almost lift up unnaturally as this bolt of lightning just goes straight through him. Tink and Malice sort of narrowly dodge to the side, but it still clips you.
But I go down.
You go down too.
Yeah.
Okay. Drodin, death save, please.
Would you like it private?
You can roll it to me if you like. Yes, please. GM roll. Okay. May have been a pass, may have been a fail. That's for everyone else to figure out. Serdi.
Was it Cromclon's turn?
Yeah. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
Skipped by him for some reason.
That's all right. Well, he's going to swipe at the bloomin' Clero that keeps biking him in the arm. Gromgun! Swing round over the dead body of the giant. Is that a hit?
It is.
10 points of blood and all sorts of dice to roll then.
If he gets a 1 or a 2, he re-rolls the
Rolls
dice.
it,
It's
okay.
some feat that he's got. So that's 10.
10.
It's
Yeah, it's
the great weapon fighting style.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely brutal blow. Just pummels this guy, literally catches him right on the top of the head and almost like floors him.
Yeah,
He
why
manages
not?
to keep his feet.
He's going to use
blooded.
his ability again. Why not? Just use it 3
Yeah.
times. The guy looks like he stumbled. 17
Hit.
hit. 7 points buffing damage.
How do you want to do it?
Well, he swings his maul down and hits one side of the head of the Darrow, and his echo sort of does the mirror opposite and hits the other side of the head of the Darrow, and the head just kind of pops like a melon, and the body comes to the floor.
Brutal. Oh, yeah. Any movement?
And he'll start. He'll send his Echo can move, can't it? Without a bonus action. Yeah, they'll both start running back towards that Darrow that's just come and lightning bolted everyone.
Yeah, I don't know what his echo's movement is. It might be 20 feet. But like okay. You check that and move that, and I'll. Oh, well, you'll go next, so that doesn't work, does it? So Serdi with Malice up next.
Serdi will attack the Darrow that's still next to him, I guess. Again, shield up, spike his short-bladed spear through the side of the shield like an old legionnaire or something. 20 hit.
Oh yeah.
If he hits again, Ambrose's eyes will glow green, and so will the spear. Get extra d6. He gets to
Fair
use
play.
his reaction to do it. So I think I can actually wait and see if something hits to do it.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, he's close to falling.
And then bonus action, I will command Ambrose. Sick him, Ambrose. And Ambrose will have an attack.
So hit, roll damage. How do you want to do this?
Ambrose just leaps on him and savages him. And so
Just like rips his throat out.
Tony will turn around as if to start marching back to help the others as well. While he's still
Okay.
savaging him. That's it.
Cool. Right, Alice. You see Tink fall. You quite hurt yourself. Drodin looks bad. Really bad. You can see his skin's burned. He's fallen weirdly, just crumpled heap.
Okay, so I'm gonna
And
bonus
of course,
action.
the Darrow is at the bottom.
Yeah, bonus action healing word Tink. And then because of the circle of mortality and the fact that she's down, she gets the full
Yeah.
healing of it, which I know isn't great, but I don't want to use the full action at the moment. So, what would that be? It's 1d4 plus.
D4 plus.
Oh, I'm just going to
You just
roll it and then
roll
we'll
it.
just figure it out.
Yeah. Plus 3.
That's right.
So that'd be
That's
7.
7.
So
So at
7
least-
points of healing, Tink.
At least she's up. And then I will take my action to crossbow the Darrow dickhead who lightning bolted us. Actually, before I forget, I am also just going to move out of line and more towards the others and less danger.
Fair enough.
But then I will crossbow. Please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit. Oh god, please hit. Oh, 1d4 as well on top of that, which probably isn't going to help, but just in case.
I think that might be enough. Yeah, you hit.
Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, that did an attack roll when it shouldn't have. Sorry, that should have been damage.
Nice.
There we go. 8.
Yeah, you
Piercing.
see him appear. This huge lightning bolt just lights up the whole cavern. You heal the ting ting again. Smooth movement, raise your crossbow, and just bolt hits him straight in the shoulder. Sort of spins him back.
And then a little shout of help! And I'll hunker down again, and that's about it.
Okay. This Darrow's still running for it. And as he runs between this huge patch of mushrooms, you just kind of hear this noise from the mushrooms as they all start shrieking. And he is off into the night. Well, the dark. How do you tell when it's night down here? I don't know. Never figured that out.
Darrow's gonna tell on us.
Tink.
I don't have anything to get it back up with. Oh god.
It's fine. Don't stress. Do your stuff.
I will also get out of the line. Foolishly move this way to stop him leaving this way. And I'm gonna use my last spell slot. And because I've said that, it's not even gonna hit. No, actually, am I? Oh. No. I'm going to use my innate spellcasting
Yeah.
of Fairy Fire.
Okay.
DC 14 dex save. So angry.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's a Darrow. And magic resistant.
I forgot. That's all I
Where's
can
it go?
do. I don't have any good bonus actions. Droden's still dying.
Oh, wizards. Is that your lot?
Yeah. I'm coming back as a melee character.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Don't recommend Monk. Squishy. This is a fire at Crunklen. Completely misses. Rubbish. The Savant will say, I suggest we end it here. I can do that again, if you like. I'll finish off your wizard. I'll finish off your cleric, and then you're all dead. So lay down your arms, and we'll call a truce. But just to show I mean business, what am I going to do? He's going to walk up to Droden and stand over him. And you'll just see him like cup his hands like this. You just see this flame start to form. And he just points his hands at Droden. End it now! He's holding an action. Rodin, death save, please. Okay, thank you. Mark that on your sheet. Crunklen,
So the Echo would have moved 30 feet last turn. I've checked the distance, but I can't actually move it, apparently. So if I have him up next to Conklin now, if you don't mind. What would he do? I think he's not. I don't know how that dumb is he? So he'll stand there, just stop. With that's the wizard's holding him. He'll hold his it's the ready, but he'll stop and look, give the evils. Just go Crunkler. It won't get any closer.
I love the character that Danny's made because it means we can roleplay him when he's not here. And it feels like he's still here. Okay, so that's all he's doing.
Yeah, he's gonna pause and just look ready. Just stop.
Okay. Well, we're top of the round. I'll let you all discuss how you want to play this. Serdi, it's your turn, effectively.
I have faith in you all.
The what?
Well,
Why do you want to die?
I don't,
Serdi
but
will,
I have faith in you all.
Serdi will run towards Drodin, but as he's doing it, he will sheath his spear and shield. He's come like with his arms open, but he'll move and dash towards Drodin, looking like he's going to heal him. I'm just coming to help my friend. My weapons are sheathed. I'm stopping.
Okay. Move to where you want to move to. It should be free movement, so just move Ambrose and yourself.
Yeah, Ambrose will move up with me. He will trying not to look threatening, so he'll just trot up and stand behind me.
As you get close, you see like the flame starts to spit in his hand.
Yeah, my hands are up like this. Honestly, I'm not going to make an attack. I'm just here ready to help my friend.
Give your word. You'll let me leave. Or I kill him now.
I will not harm you. I just wish to help my friend.
Okay, Malice.
You offered a truce. We did not start this. We just happened to stumble upon whatever you are doing and were attacked. We don't have to fight you, and if you will leave our friend be, we will leave you be.
They're away from the exit.
They're away from our friend.
You move away from the exit, and I'll move away from your friend.
What does the ritual circle look like at the moment? Is it completely diminished?
Dark.
Is there anything about him that he's not got tentacly or anything in the meantime, has he?
No, other than the burn marks on his face, he looks quite ordinary. He actually looks really young. Can't be.
How young?
Like a teenager. Late teens, early 20s at best, but it's hard to judge with Darrow. You don't really know them.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Think?
Oh, I just moved away when you said move away from the exit.
Okay.
I'll hold a firebolt for if he goes to hurt any of us.
Okay. Darrow is just going to move up to the steps, but sensing something's happening, just going to load his crossbow, but hold his action. So the savant, you'll see he was holding a spell, and he'll literally turn his hands up off to the left, and you just see this huge cone of fire just burst forth. It doesn't hit any of you with it. And he just basically goes and just vanishes again. And you hear some footsteps.
Down that tunnel.
Yeah.
Take that last arrow alive!
Yeah, death saving for Drodin.
Shit, I forgot about that!
I've already done it.
Okay. 3 death saves now. Just for you all.
Okay, well, Cromcon was going to chase after the other Darrow.
I'm
After
going off to the
Pink
other
did that.
Darrow.
And as soon as you got
Okay.
the opportunity, Serdi will
All right, then.
kneel down and cure wounds on Drodin.
Okay, we'll stay in initiative then if you're going to carry on fighting. Yeah.
He's running after the other Darrow, and then Echo will run there too, and he'll dash to the other Darrow. In actual fact, to there, he can just get there.
Okay. Right. Top of the round, Serdi.
Serdi will cure wounds on Drodin.
What does your cure wounds look like?
Well, he holds onto his symbol. He's got a little brooch that holds his cloak of an oak leaf, and he'll just hold onto it and then kneel down and put the other hand on Drodin, and you see him sort of mutter something under his breath, and the green glow comes from the oak leaf, and
You place the green glow appears in your hand. You see the energy flow down your arm and into Drodin's chest, and it seems to struggle to go into his body. It's like he's not healing. It's like he's already gone, but then suddenly you see the wound close, and he just takes this huge breath in. How much do you
What
heal
were
him
you,
for?
Jim? What were your death saves? Tell us now.
One fail and 2 passes.
Yes.
that was
Okay.
evil, Matthew.
I
You're
I
welcome.
trust the maths on this, and I'm willing to leave it till the last roll, which is not good for the person playing the cleric.
It has happened where I've rolled once and I went, oh, that's a fail, and then I rolled the second time and I went, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. You could have rolled a 20.
Yeah,
I
if you
could've
get the
rolled a 20.
critical, it's so screwed.
Just
Back up.
I was staring at the races going, what will my next character be? Because I was like, I'm going to roll a 1 on my second roll.
I'm gonna end the combat there. This last Darrow will try and make a run for it. I'm pretty sure Crumplum will just cut him down.
well, it's going to
They
knock
told
him out.
him non-lethal. I
Yeah,
said
it's
take
going
him
to knock him
alive.
out.
Oh, okay. Fair play.
He'll just hit him in the face with the butt of his maul, rather than.
Yeah, give me a wisdom check for Crumplum to see if he can do that, because this guy will basically start running. In fact, if he dashed, he'd get an attack of opportunity, wouldn't he? So roll an attack of opportunity.
Sorry, I was still trying to do the wisdom check while I was coughing myself to death.
Okay. Yeah, roll your attack of opportunity. Yeah, Crumplum does what he thinks is non-lethal.
Does that hit? Or
Did you roll?
9?
9. No. Misses. This guy dashes off. Does anyone else want to try and ping him?
Firebolt him.
Go for it.
That can't be non-lethal, but I'd rather fewer people got away.
I can always bring him back.
Oh, shit, I don't know what the range of this one thing is. Oh, within thing.
Hit. Roll damage. Oh yeah, you strike him in the back. He's like proper sprinting for it. Full pelt. Anyone else casting?
I'm gonna run after him with the crossbow because so far
Okay.
that's been doing really well.
We do
So,
very
let
well
me
with the
just-
crossbow.
Yeah, if all of you want to take a turn, then I'll take a turn with him.
Let's just say so if I run up to there, and then he's out of range.
I think he's probably long range, which would be disadvantage.
Yeah. I'll
What's
just
that?
check
Is
this
it-
here. I
is it
think
a light
range is
crossbow, isn't
80. Yes.
Yeah, short range 80, long range 320.
Okay, so disadvantage.
You got your D4 as well.
I'm going to wait until last.
If we knock him out, I can still bring him back.
I know, but I don't want to lose a spell slot to knock him out.
That's a miss.
Okay.
I guess I'll cast then.
Mhm.
Magic missile.
Okay.
And we know that this is annoying and it only does the one. In fact, do it like this. 12.
Secret rolls.
How do you want to do it?
First of all, I forgot to make my rolls public again. And yeah, it would just be like these kind of like shimmering blue, kind of like wispy ethereal bolts just ripping through the air and then just belting him. One will hit him in the back of his knee, one will hit him like on the nape of his neck, and another one will just clunk him straight in the back of his head, and kind of like throw him to the ground as he slowly loses his balance.
Well, the first one hits him in the leg, and it's enough. You see a spray of blood, a burn. The second one strikes him in the back, and the third one just goes straight through his head.
Like
Sorry, you
dead?
Yeah, well, massive damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoopsie!
You did enough past. You did the same amount of damage of his full hit points the other side, if that makes sense.
Who was the last one to go down? How long have they been down?
They've been down, I don't know,
Couple minutes now.
20 seconds. The first one's to go down a couple of minutes, yeah. Well, a minute or two.
And that one
Yeah.
was
The oldest one, probably about 20, 30 seconds.
that one was the one that I killed last before I ran down to help.
They all look pretty badly beaten. You can
So,
roll a medicine check, see if you can find which, if any of them are savable.
Yeah, I'll do that then. I'm not very good at medicine, it seems. That's a 9.
They all look too far gone, in your
Okay.
professional opinion.
Well, we can still try and catch the one who ran off earlier.
And why do we wish to catch them again?
Well, Drodin's got himself into a spot of bother, and it would just generally be beneficial to get rid of that bother. And to that we need people or something, someone, some evidence.
I'm due to be eaten by a dragon in a day and a half if we can't prove that someone we accidentally murdered had some criminal ties.
What's this door to? Bill didn't mean to open it.
You look. The door is open. It just looks like a pen for the dog.
Okay.
You can,
Went
in fact,
full
you can
dog.
see like a little two-headed, squeaky dinosaur toy in there.
Oh,
Aww. I do have
Determined to
one.
make spoon.
Franker's face there. Just stop it.
He's just determined to make us feel dreadful about everything we kill tonight.
I do have one spell left if people feel that they could do with a bit of a health boost.
Oh, we're sleeping here. No?
I really don't feel well, so I would really appreciate a rest of some sort.
Are we
Whatever
sure
that-
this is a good place to rest?
You know, we cleared it out.
Yes, with someone literally running off into another room.
me and Tink can set alarms if anybody gets too close. I'd like to spend some time looking at this statue that I shattered.
I would like to look in this desk. I'm looking for evidence of what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, Drodin, you can find pieces of the statue. It is completely shattered into tiny pieces. I'll let you roll. Well, what do you want to roll? What do you think is appropriate? What are you looking for?
Any kind of like connection to any of the fiend stuff we've found, if there was anything arcane in particular about it. Try and figure out maybe what tie it had to the little ritual they were doing. If it was like a channeling thing or like a focus. And yeah, just if there was anything especially abnormal about a pulsating statue.
Okay. Roll Arcana then. Investigation.
They're both the same. I rolled like shit.
Okay. I mean, you can find a lot of pieces, and maybe with enough time, you could combine them to at least show what it was, but at the moment it's hard to tell. It's like a very, very difficult jigsaw at the moment. You do know from what you saw that it was some kind of channeling of power from some entity. And actually the design of the circle, even with that roll, you would see that the circle is designed to channel the energy from below upwards.
Okay.
Tink, there isn't a desk as such, but there is a table. But under the table you can see a large chest. Appears to be locked.
Of course it does. Can I... Rain isn't here. Can't remember.
You can go call Rain if you want.
These tools just tinkers. Can I call Rain to help?
Sure. Yeah. No answer. Like, no answer at all. No response, nothing.
Yang?
You realise that's where the Darrow went.
That's where the Darrow went. Does anyone want to check if there's a body out there?
I'll go. You guys, I'm not feeling well anyway. I'm not feeling up to investigating that, so I'll just head out and have a look.
Okay. You edge your way through the corridor. You get to the previous room, Serdi. You see a mechanical fox shattered over the stone. Literally been burst apart. There's a little bit of blood on the floor, but not a lot. No sign of Rain, and no sign of the Darrow.
I'll have a look around, see if I can. There's a trail of blood, or see any more blood, or any path, or anything outside, or to him.
Yeah, sure. Roll. What's tracking? Investigation. Try and look for tracks.
Investigation or survival, I think.
Yeah, survival. That's it. Why did I not think of that? Can't find any. It's very dry in here. There's no dust or anything. Footprints haven't been left that you can see. You can't find any drops of blood either. So you think whoever was wounded, it wasn't heavily.
Well, I'll gather up carefully the bits of the wolf, the fox, in my cloak, and carry it back through to the others. Well, no rain, but something has happened. Look here. And I'll show you. Just drop the bits of the mechanical fox carefully on the floor in front of me.
It's not a good sign, is it?
You see a scorch mark very similar to what's on Drodin.
There was a little blood near the fox, but not enough to indicate there was serious damage to whomever it belonged to. And I couldn't find a body. I hope that's a good sign.
Say that Rain is smart enough that if someone was able to escape us, then there's not much point fighting them.
Like she ran, that's good.
Shall we keep the bits of Rain's device, companion, and in case we find her again and she can fix it?
Maybe, but I also believe that if Rain was willing to leave it in the first place, it's probably replaceable.
Very well.
And then can Malice start looking down this corridor that so far we've not really gone into?
At the end.
Yeah.
As you approach it, there's this weird shrieking noise as all of the fungus either side of the corridor begins to just wail and shriek. It's incredibly loud, and you realise if you'd have came that way, that would have given you away straight away.
The fork.
As you sort of get closer to that end of the corridor, you see the shimmering, flickering light that you've seen a few times in the Underdark, the Fair's Res. What's your passive perception?
15, I think.
Okay. But the little Darrow's gone full pelt. Crumplan could have pursued him, but probably would have pursued him into the darkness.
Yeah.
So even he opted not to follow.
But we can use those mushrooms as an alarm system. So if we do want to rest in here, Droden, if you would be okay setting an alarm on the other entrance.
Of course.
This does seem to be maybe a good place to rest. How long is it since we rested? Like, did we
Not
manage for a
long.
rest? Not
Couple
long.
of hours at most. You won't be able to do another long rest today.
Shite.
We have a short one though, could we not? Just sit here a little. As I said, it's this
Yes.
wound, the dog. I don't know. I'm not feeling good. I'm not sure I could hike too long without a little bit of a rest.
Would I be able to check the wound that Zerdy has?
Yeah, he's poisoned. You would know as a cleric that it's some kind of infection or disease, and it would probably need curing. The long rest is probably not going to do it. But he's
not got
lucky.
anything on me at the moment that'll do anything anyway, so.
Yeah, he's lucky it's not that badly infected. It could have been a lot worse.
Just sat on the bench looking at it, and Ambrose is giving it a lick around the wound.
I don't think that is particularly hygienic.
Just worried.
Yes, but it's either going to make your infection worse or it could actually poison him, so I would discourage this behaviour in general.
Ooh, okay, good point. Best stop, Ambrose, dear girl.
Can I check the chest for traps?
Sure, roll investigation. You have a look. You look for mechanisms, you look for spring traps. You can't see anything.
Cramclan? Mash.
Grumglan.
I could just use my mage hand to open the chest at range.
It's locked.
I
We have
have
no
the-
lockpicks.
I do.
Oh! But Cramclan's coming in to smash it now. He looks sad.
He'll look at both of you, look at you and sort of shrug and Grumglan.
Have at it, old boy.
No, Grumglan.
Strength check.
Oh, I'm stepping away. No.
Whacks it. Rings like a bell. Doesn't budge.
Mm.
It's sturdy.
Shrug. Look back at Tink. Grumglan.
Would you like me to have a try?
Yes, please.
Walks away, head down, Maul dragging along the floor behind him, looking very dejected.
Now, where are my thieves' tools?
Make a dexterity check, please.
Well, you're going to have to hold on a second because I don't think I have them on my D&D Beyond sheet.
I don't think the D&D Beyond roller thing works anyway anymore.
No, it doesn't. I do have them, but they're not on my forge. That's what I meant to say.
That's fine.
Forge, foundry. Fuck's sake.
Dexterity ability check.
With my proficiency, because I also
No.
have proficiency in thieves' tools.
Do you?
Yes, that's why I was volunteering.
Fair enough, go for it.
So it's Not great. But better than nothing. It's 11.
It's not enough. It's good, but it's not enough.
Hate this box.
I also hate this box. I'm going to go and bandage my lightning bolt wound. It's another scar I get to add to my collection. He'll kind of like unsteadily wobble off in a huff.
Right, well, it's 10:05. Do you want to leave it there? Or do you want to get in this box?
I mean, I want to get in the box. But,
Get in the box.
Get in the box.
Anyone can have a go. Just the dexterity ability check if you use the thieves' tools.
And Jordan will let anybody take his set to have a crack with.
may I?
Of course, I've moved away from the desk, but pretend I gave them to you before I walked off.
Dexterity ability check.
Yes, please.
With proficiency if you are good with them.
No. I'm going to say that you spend quite some time all getting frustrated trying to pick this lock, but eventually you pop it open.
Probably charges at it a couple of times, trying to catch it unawares. And it's again.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And eventually you get it open and you see a small jar of some kind of ointment with a paper lid and some string around the top. There is also a number of books in there.
And I sniff the jar. I want to kind of figure out what it might do. Will it help Serdi?
It looks like some kind of healing ointment. Who wants it? I'll put it in your bag.
As the cleric, I do think it would be best if I kept this.
Would agree.
Okay. I shall put it in your bag. The books appear to be in Dwarvish, but they're also some sort of weird code or cant or something, which makes it slightly. It's kind of Dwarvish, but it doesn't make total sense. Might need to spend a bit of time working through that.
Really hate this box.
You hate it.
This is the worst box in all the world.
That should be in your character sheet now. It has 4 doses. It is effectively, I think Malice would probably know, it does 2d8 plus 2 hit points, and it cures any
Twindale
poison or
Vaseline.
disease. It's Kyotum's ointment.
It's an action. Just always reply to the skin. Creature cease to be poisoned and is cured of any disease. And we think that Serdi is poisoned and therefore diseased.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, there is only one way to truly test this. Serdi, would you mind just sticking your leg out slightly?
Are you sure?
Well, I'm sure this is probably going to sting and be rather uncomfortable, but hopefully it will help.
Okay, I would look. Stick his leg out and look the other way.
And Malice is going to take a dose of it on her fingertips, and she's going to kind of force it into the bite. So it's going to go actually into the wound, and it's going to be quite creepy to watch.
It is quite creepy and it's quite gross, and it burns for a second, but actually then you see there's a bubbling from the fluid and the blood inside the wound, but then the wound seems to heal up. You feel much better. You're no longer diseased. You get your lost hit point, and you also get 2d8 plus 2 healing.
We'll let you roll that so I don't get in trouble for you only getting minimum health.
I can't roll anything but 1s today, so.
So Tink, you do have a look at these books, and they are in Dwarvish, And you do think you could decipher them? They are some kind of ritual, but you think you would need to spend quite a few hours to figure out actually what they do.
Save them for when we're less busy.
Yeah. You also find, as you're flicking through the books, you find 2 scrolls. One has a list of names, including Rahud and Duhun, which is, and the other which seems to be a letter that's kind of written in broken Dwarvish, but Dwarvish nonetheless. And it just says, need more scrolls. Stonekeeper Hagram as traps, but Drocky is wily too and very small. I can hear talk, and in talk they say names, and I hear names and write names and give you names, so you give me time, but you have to give me more scrolls. Magicy, spelly scrolls. Drocky.
Drocky's the one that we were actually after when they killed the other guy, right?
Yes. And the name on this letter, the person it's to, is Narak.
The juicy stuff we were after.
I forget, who's Narak?
Oh, I've not heard the name before.
I'm checking. But I don't know if my checking is any use because I've just turned to one of my pages of Out of the Abyss notes and it starts with 48 hours or Drodin gets nommed. That's how detailed my notes are.
But it's accurate.
It's true. It is very true.
So, on that note, we'll leave it if you like.
Yes.
Thank you, Matthew.
Bit of a clue. Narak just stuck a lightning bolt up your bum.
Oh, rude.
Blighter.
Well, lightning goes where it wants. That's the thing with lightning.
Easiest path.
Bums
Goes
are very
to-
competitive, yeah.
Path of least resistance.
Could have gone better.
Could have gone worse.
It could have gone worse.
Could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, I was planning my new character.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was too.
I love Tink, but the more I play her, this is the second time I've been like, well, I've got nothing for the rest of the day now, and I've been awake for 2 hours.
Still low
Did
level
really
though,
well.
aren't we? Like we're with just level 4. So.
I don't think she gets much better at level 5.
Oh no.
That's what I then, when I was dead, I just went, do I get any better?
Hopefully. You can always multi-class.
Take a level in Artificer and keep Rin's Fox. Make that your battle mail.
I did enjoy being Rain, actually. But I think I'd have to get to level 3 in Artificer for that.
Yeah. You would.
Okay.
Long way off.
You can rejig if you want. It's not a
We've
problem.
had a bit of a clue. This might help us.
You've done pretty well. You've had quite a lot of fights in here. It's not surprising you're getting low on stuff, and you were low when you went in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a rough little scrap.
With the bears and the Darrow outside. Yeah, I was already badly hurt before we even entered the room, so I was quite shocked I didn't succumb at some point.
Me too. The normal Darrow are quite bad shots, thankfully. But you know, that fight on paper was beyond deadly. But because they're spread out,
We got very
It's
lucky,
not.
I think, with the giant, with Crumclan's hits on it. It really did a ton of damage all at once, didn't it?
it did. It did. Crumclan's pretty handy to have around.
Echo Knight's
I think-
fun, actually. I'm quite enjoying having a go at it.
It is good that we've got some, like, we're now getting characters who can actually be in the actual fight. It really helped. And I think I am now remembering to play Malice as a cleric.
Yeah.
Because she is small and frail, I should remember that.
I was so like, when you were all lined up, I was like, oh, they're not going to stay all lined up. But you did.
More fool us.
I felt really bad doing it.
You
I
nearly,
almost pulled it.
you nearly straight up killed me.
I know. I know.
You only needed, like, I think 3 more points of damage, and Drodin would have just been out completely.
Yeah. But he lived. He survived.
Fucking barely.
Yeah, I know. No.
Why is it always me?
Can we,
It's all
can
right.
we say at this
Because you're a wizard.
I don't intend for all my characters to die.
point, can we say that we took a short rest?
Yes.
So,
You can do that now.
that means I'll get a spells slot back.
Mm.
Now I roll good hit dice.
Don't sorcerers get something back on short rest?
These sorcery points? I can't remember. Let's find out.
I used all of my hit die, but I'm at full.
I've used half of mine, and I'm only 2 points off.
Yeah, I've done 2 points off as well. I'm not going to spend another one to get 2 points.
No.
I'm also out of spells, mind, but I don't have many, and I'm mostly hitty, so it's not so bad. That Draconic Cry thing, that was really good. That's just a new cobalt ability. That he gets to do it twice per long rest as well. So
Yes, very good.
Got 1 level 2 spell left.
Oh no, you don't get sorcery points back. All you get is health.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Well, depends what you're doing now. Are you going to continue exploring? Or do you feel you've got enough?
Well, we've got that letter, so that is useful.
You've got some kind of books of rituals, which you will need to take some hours to discern what they are. But you can discern what they are. Think between Tink, Drodin, and probably Malice to a degree. I think you could figure it out.
Do you go? Oh, and Matt, did the other party go down this way? Did they find us?
They did, but they came in the other side.
If we went down the other fork, would we have come in that side?
That's a good question. So they actually came in a completely different entrance to you. Let's just have a look at the map.
yeah, it was quite a long time ago, so I kind of remember this room, but it went quite differently.
Where's the fork? Yeah, so you came into that room with the bears, didn't you? If you'd have carried on along that corridor, you would have eventually got to this one, but you would have got to another fork. You would have had to decide which way to go. So you might have missed it altogether.
I don't think we found the room with the bears, to be honest. I can't remember it. And the other group. So.
I don't think you did.
Yes.
Hey, I'm going to stop the stream.